Alright. Sorry about that. Slight struggle with Prism Studio. Now, before we get started, I want to get over two things. I want to say two things first. Number one, unlike the fucking parasite that is Mora Kazahana, I am only doing separate live streams of the different ducks to try and balance content creation with school. And also, this also leads me into what I want to say for this one. And only this particular live stream being, I only did a page count of the next two, and they're only like 30 pages long, so only in this particular live stream am I going to be doing a double section. So, with that said, let's get this shit started, shall we? V-Card and Numi's concert. I messed up and hurt one of my friends, Numi. I agreed to be a part of her concert in NYC, New York City, in February, but I let her down and canceled my performance. And when V-Card's launch date was delayed to her concert weekend, I put business over my friendship when I chose to not even be there for her so I could be representing company and streaming with Shy Lily, which I mistakenly planned on the same day. Although I did make it to Numi's show, I still made a decision that hurt her. All while preparing for her own concerts, Numi had been producing an original song for me since December. I was asking a lot of her when I wasn't doing the same in return. I made her feel more like a business partner than a friend. Numi has always been an incredible friend, and I was lucky to have her care about me. She always motivated and inspired me, especially when it came to music. I was the one who was a bad friend, and her messages are only here for context. I'm sorry to her again for this whole situation I caused. I didn't bring up any of this before because it was something that involved anyone who had posted a document about me. I thought this was settled at the end of January privately between Numi and I. Apparently, I was expected to talk about it when I didn't. It was used against me. The situation was vaguely described to push the idea of my manipulation, avoidance of accountability, and sabotage of my friends. But none of this is true to what actually happened. It was caused by my own miscommunication, fears, and anxieties, and misplaced priorities. So I want to go through the entire series of events. My thoughts, feelings, and decisions leading up to V-Card's launch, my collab with Shy Lily, and Numi's concert in New York City. Numi has always been an incredible friend, has always been... Oh, wait. So I'm gonna go... My collab with Shy Lily, Numi's concert in New York City. Everything is in chronological order, and all dates and times are in EST. I've censored any private information or names of people who aren't directly involved. Dates and important messages with any screenshots are highlighted in yellow. September 1st, 2024. My birthday! While messaging red, Numi brought up her concert for the first time to either of us. She asked him to ask me if I'd want to perform or go to her New York City show, her NYC show. And Red told her to message me herself since she was my friend. We don't remember if Red ever asked me about this at the time because Numi said she would later on. There was never a message to Numi from Red or I getting back to her about this question. It'd be a better blank word. They'd help with sponsors and that's it. But they'd take care of you. Blank helps with production, which is what I want for concert. Also, let me know if Cinder would be down to perform / come to the New York one. That was gonna perform with me in LA. Scheduled right now for late January. I don't know if y'all would want to do Germany, but we're doing Germany in February as well. Red. New York is 99% possible. Probably not Germany though, lol. I'll ask her, but you should send her a message too. And yeah, I agree. We'll probably just hang at blank for the time being. Numi. I'll ask when it's a little more set in stone. November 25th, 2024. To November 26th, 2024. Numi messaged me and invited me to a New York City concert. I remember her bringing it up to me in person somewhere before this, but I don't remember where, when, or what was said. In the worst case, you could always just do the endless scrolling until you find it. Or just type it into the fucking Discord search thing in DMs. Would be a hell of a lot easier. Numi. By the way, the New York concert will be February 1st. If you'd still like to continue. Cinder. I'd love to. Where is it? Numi. Le Place Rouge. Place Rouge. I think. Is it Rouge? No, it's Rogue. La Place Rogue. I think. I think that's the name. Also for stream, I'm thinking we have 5 foods we don't like and a few foods we like. I have a few things we can off. December 26th, 2024, Numi messaged Reddit about my performance in her show, saying I agreed to do it. She told him a set list was already done too, but was adamant about us being at Numi's concert there from the start. This was the first message from Numi to either of us about any kind of planning for her concert just a month before it. Numi. Okay, so for my concert in February, I know Cinder said she'd be down to perform with me, but did she also want to perform one of her songs? We have the set list and made it so there's an opening if she'd like to, only if she wants to. I was also thinking of just writing a new song for us to perform instead of Sexy Drug, unless she'd want to do that. Red. I'll ask her. Numi. Also, I don't know if she saw my message. Fuck. Also, I don't know if she saw when I messaged, but the date is February 1st. Yeah. Mentioned up there. I can pay for y'all's hotel and stuff too. I think around 200 Noombas will be there, which is super hype. Red. It's already on our calendar. Numi. We're gonna book our hotels and stuff so soon, so I can just book another room for you guys so we can be in the same spot. When Red asked me about this, I was confused. I didn't remember telling Numi I'd sing alongside her at one of her shows. Didn't remember telling Numi I'd sing alongside her at one of her shows. Especially with how I felt about singing. Numi didn't mention performing when she brought up her concert to me on November 26th. Numi didn't mention performing when she brought up her concert to me on November 26th, 2025, month before messaging Red. I couldn't find any messages between us or any clips from our recent collabs talking about it. I couldn't find any messages between us or any clips from our recent collabs talking about it. I remembered her talking about her concerts with her in person at some point, and I guessed I must have agreed to it on one of our trips together. Instead of trying to talk to Numi about the confusion and causing problems, I just accepted it because whether I remembered saying it or not, she had the impression I would perform. I really shouldn't have stayed quiet, but I didn't want to let Numi down. I never told her this, and by the time I finally spoke to her about how I felt, how could I? How could I have? I really shouldn't have stayed quiet. I didn't want to let Numi down. I never told her this, and by the time I finally spoke to her about eh? Numi never messaged me directly about the concert, which is why I left all the communication about these plans over the next month to Red when it shouldn't have been. December 26th, 2024 to December 27th, 2024. This is when I first brought up the idea of a V-Card collab with Shy Lily. I want to become closer friends with her. I want to become closer friends with her, and V-Card, something I think we are both really excited about. My GamerSupps part owner announcement is coming soon, and I felt that doing something together for the launch of their new game, it would be a great idea for the brand. V-Card was supposed to release on January 17th, 2025. Cinder. Thank you for the ride today, Lily. Yeah, would you want to plan collab for the V-Card launch? Sure, Lily. I would have loved to, but I promised Chad your very first handcam stream for the release. Cinder. Super exciting, that's what I was planning to. That's what I was planning too. Actually, if you want if you wanted to, we could make it competition to see who pulls the most rares, Lamau, but totally get wanting to experience your first handcam stream with your community. With just your community. No problem. Lily. Hell yeah, we can still compete. I just want to have my first handcam stream be a good experience with chat. You did handcams before? I wonder what your setup looks like. I don't know where to start, to be honest. I don't want to dox myself. I think I saw you craft some cosplay stuff before on stream. Cinder. Yeah, I have a handcam setup that I use pretty often. It's just a webcam on an arm pointed pointed down at my desk. Want to make sure you have good lighting and be careful for anything reflective. We could do another unboxing collab. We could do another unboxing collab to get another time after the launch. Shit. January 6th, 2025. I messaged Numi about the hotel so we could start planning our trip to her concert. Red. Hey Numi, what's the hotel address for this? Gotta figure it out gotta figure out how we'd be getting there. Lol. Oh, Numi. Oh yeah, I'll let you know after my stream. Red. Numi sends the link. January 7th, 2025 to January 9th, 2025. I asked Shy Lily about the V-Card collab again to make actual plans since the release. He was under 2 weeks away on the 17th. I suggested the day after release on Saturday, which would have been the 18th. Shy Lily replied the next day, and at the same time, V-Card's release date was delayed to the 31st. What I was thinking was that the collab was moved to 2 weeks later than planned, at the end of the month. Then we talked about doing things together. Cinder. Hey Lily, are you down for V-Card opening collab on the day after launch on Saturday the 18th? We could do anytime. We could do anytime the week after too. I was thinking we should plan something sooner than later, so GamerSupps can send us both more cards in the mail beforehand. You could make it a competition where the winner is whoever pulls the rarer cards, and the loser gives subs to the other person. Or spins a punishment wheel like Blank does sometimes. Maybe we could do some V card giveaways while we're live. Lily. Fuck yeah, sounds fun AF. I don't know about the giveaway. There's they are always so annoying to try and host, but I'm down for the punishment wheel and slash or gifted subs. Depending on what we settle on, we could open a pack each, and whoever ends up getting the least epic deck had to spin the wheel and slash or gift subs. Cinder. Hell yeah, but we gotta wait until the end of the month now, Lamau. Oh, Shy Lily. Yeah, GG already told me a bit ago. Yeah, I think that was it. I woke up like 2 hours ago, so I'm still waking up. My brain's still waking up. Yeah, GG already told me a bit ago. It's alright though. Can I ask Cinder? I can ask GamerSubs to send us extra cards for it though. Sure, Lily. Heck yeah, so we have a few boxes we can open together. I'm that excited. Cinder, the card's gonna slap. Sure, Lily. Absolutely. It'll be crazy. Can't wait to see people play against each other at cons. Cinder, I'm super excited for all the expansion possibilities. Blank. And if you want to hang out and do something else sooner, then V-Card. If you want to hang out and do something else sooner, then V-Card up. Always down. Shay Lily, I'd love to, just don't know what to do. I'm in a bit of a slump right now. First, I had the cupathon, then literally had to end it because of my flight to LA, come back, get sick, then hop into a marathon, and now I'm kind of lost on what to do. Oh, and I don't feel like doing shit. And no one really plays the kind of stuff I play, so it's always back to yapping or any of the 50 gotcha games that the VTuber community plays. Cinder. So frustrating. Sorry to hear that, Lily. You work so hard, girl. What kind of games or hobbies do you enjoy the most? Maybe I can help brainstorm fun ideas for you. Lily, dude, you're too fucking sweet, bish. Yeah, it's rough. I really like MMOs. I want to play, I want to play WoW, but no one is really down. Every time I schedule something and it ends up falling through. No one seems to really enjoy Strinova. Everyone is just playing Marvel Rivals, and that's already yesterday's news. That's also already yesterday's news. Play some. That's news to me. I played some Fortnite as well, but it seems everyone gets bored after like 1.5, 1.5 hours, or 1.5 hours, and I feel bad for keeping them in game. Cinder, I never played World of Warcraft before, but maybe it'd be funny if you tell me how to play live. Red's been wanting to play for so long, Lamau. Has been wanting me to play for so long now, Lamau. Well, he told me there was some kind of level boost to max level. What if we did one stream at the start of the game and the next stream at the end of the game? But I'd be okay with just playing it like normal just to try it. Be okay with just playing like normal, just to try it. I haven't played Strinova or Fortnite either, but the girls are getting me to play Marvel Rivals this weekend, so I'll be more familiar with that kind of game. Cinder. Hey Lily, would you want to play Marvel Rivals tonight at 6 p.m. with me? Eat blank and blank, and it'll be super late for you, so it's okay if not. I was just thinking fuck. I was just thinking of you and want to extend the invite. Shay Lily. No! No! Oh, what the fucking hell? No! What shitty timing. I was hanging out with friends already. I was hanging out with friends tonight already. January 10th, 2025. Red finally got back to Numi about her question about my performance and told her about some of the struggles we've been discussing over the past couple of weeks. However, Red only said it was performing on stage when it was specifically singing with a live mic. I should have gone to Numi to talk to her myself. I didn't want to bail on my friend, but my anxieties were about fuck. My anxieties around performing live were stressing me out. Oh, performing live. Were stressing me out, despite trying to psych myself up. I was indecisive and couldn't make a decision on what to do. Numi told me that we shouldn't feel obligated to go to either of her concerts, including the one I was supposed to perform at. Red. Cinder's iffy about performing on stage, but we can most likely be there either way. Numi. Stage fright? Honestly, if she's still wanting to perform, we can try and figure out how to get her on a TV to perform like Mousy. Red. So we could drive there, but I really don't want to drive in NYC. So we take the train. But if she's on stage, she'd want to be in cosplay. Can't really take it, and we can't really take it with how much space it takes up. So let's say we do drive. So let's say we do drive and we do bring the costume. Then we're like, how are we gonna get her in and out of the venue without being noticed in full cosplay and not having anyone track us down and find our car or say something? Lol. New me. Yeah, I get that 100%. No worries. If she did want to do it, we can try to set up the TV. We can try to set up the TV. But either way, I appreciate you guys still considering. Red. Talked about. Or we talked about just bringing her wig or something, which would work on the train, but I don't think she ever gave me a straight answer about it. Knew me. The New York concert is more chill than the LA one, anyway, and I never announced the guests just in case. I never announced the guests just in case. I wouldn't want to pressure her or anything with that, to be honest. It'd only be, fuck, is that, to be honest, it'd only be if she's 100% comfy. Red, is anyone else coming to the New York one? Numi, like, when's? Red, yeah. Numi, like, 90% are going to the LA one. Red, well, everyone's in LA, lol. Numi, no, like, blank flying, blank flying, blank flying. Red, oh. So where are the bad friends? Numi, cancelled. But in New York, it's gonna be for sure blank and blank. Blank says she wants to go to both, but she isn't 100% on New York yet. Blank maybe. The main reason everyone is going, main reason everyone is going LA is because we have that venue till 2 a.m. and we're doing a mini celebration party after. But in New York, we immediately have to leave, so it'll be casual bar hopping after. Red. Oh, okay, cool. So when's the LA one? Like next week? New me, January 26th. Red. Oh, 2 weeks. New me. You guys don't have to feel obligated to go either, by the way. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm pressuring y'all, but at all, but fuck. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm pressuring y'all at all. I know everyone is tired from the 2024 travels. Red. Well, now we're like the bad friends if we don't. New me. Literally, I don't give a fuck. If y'all don't want to go, we don't have to. Like, it really isn't a big deal. I don't think blank is going either, so y'all will be fine. Or blank, blank. Just remembered a few friends in LA I didn't invite. Thank you for reminding me. Red. Oh, okay, so blank and blank are bad friends too. Got it. Later the same night, I was talking to Numi about matching shirts she was making it for us. I suggested we could wear them together when I saw her in NYC because I was still planning to be there and hadn't decided if I was going to be able to perform or not. I didn't say anything about my performance in her show, and she didn't ask about what Red said to her earlier that day. Numi. Is this color okay? Cinder, perfect. I'm gonna cry. Numi, yeah. He'll still be in another way. Cinder, what if we wear them to the concert or hotel off collab? Oh my god. Numi, yes, please. That'd be so cute. January 13th, 2025. A few days later, I chose not to perform in the show. Red told Numi, but he didn't go into detail about it and just said it was about the live mic. This was 19 days before the concert, nearly 3 weeks before the show. Red. Senator decided not to perform in the show. She's nervous to sing with a live mic. Numi. No worries. This is why I chose not to perform. Number 1. I was too anxious to get on stage and sing with a live mic. This was the biggest reason I made the decision not to do the show. The only time I did something similar to this was at WeebCon in 2023. I performed on stage in full cosplay while pre-recorded audio of me singing played over the speakers. I almost pulled out of that show about a week before the con because I thought I'd have to sing live. My one-track mind told me this concert had to be sung live, especially if I was supposed to be singing alongside Numi. I didn't consider any other options or workaround. I have never been confident in my singing abilities. Don't worry, me neither. And I've been saying it for years. Every time I recorded a song, I would do dozens of different takes for each verse, and then I'd have Red listen to them all and pick out the ones he thought were the best. It was only after I heard vocals mix into a song did I think it sounded right. Although I've done karaoke many times with my friends, this was a completely different scenario. I was deathly afraid of singing live in front of a crowd of fans. What would have been my first time. Here's a conversation with another friend almost canceling my performance in WeebCon's concert from April 3rd, 2024. Blank. Hey, Cinder, can I ask you something? Cinder. Of course, what's up? Blank. I was listening into your stream, and you mentioned it crying every night and almost canceling your concert. How'd you end up getting the strength to keep going? In my eyes, you're doing so well. Oh, and become such a And you've come such a long way from when I first met you, and there's not even a moment where I could ever think you'd be sad or nervous. And hearing that made me want to ask you since these days I've been a little down. Cinder, oh, I was crying because everyone was so nice and supportive. It was happy. Blank. Oh, I'm so stupid. Lol. I thought you said you almost canceled. Maybe I misheard. Cinder, I was just high key nervous before the con and had trouble setting things up the way I wanted, but powered through even though I was nervous. That's when I almost backed out like a week before the con. Number two, I didn't really want to make a public appearance on the stage without being in cosplay. My cosplay takes up a lot of space when I travel, mostly for the tail and wig. The only way I would have been able to get the whole thing there was if we drove, but Red didn't want to drive to NYC, and I was worried about anyone following me in costume after we left. Even though I would have been the most comfortable on stage wearing everything, I would have been okay with just wearing my cinder wig by itself. It didn't fix my problem with singing live. Okay, now, I just have one question about the whole Red didn't want to drive in NYC. Okay, but why though? Is he just not comfortable? Is he just not comfortable in while driving in New York City or something? Three, I didn't think my part of the show was that important or integral to the concert overall, and that pulling out wouldn't have been that much of an inconvenience to me. As as far as either of us knew, there weren't any songs planned for me to do yet, and the set list was done in in December. Sexy Drunk was the only song Numi and I had covered together, so I assumed that would have been the only one. Any other songs in the set list that may have been intended for me to perform were never communicated. We suggested to Red that I could perform one of my songs, but I only had two songs to choose from: Convergence of Sin and my cover of Winter Rain. Even if we sang them all, that was a total of three songs. I didn't think it'd be a problem to fill in the 3 song gap in the set list, even if she had to. I don't know anything about the prep work that goes into planning a concert, though. I know Cinder said she'd be down to perform with me, but did she also want to perform one of her songs? We have the set list and made it so there's an opening if she'd like to, only if she wants to. 4. Red told me that Numi reassured him that I shouldn't feel pressured or obligated to perform or even go to the concert 3 days before this list. This furthered the idea that my guest performance must have not been that integral to the overall concert. It'd be okay to her if I pulled out. Numi. The New York concert is more chill than the LA one, anyway, and I never announced the guests just in case. I wouldn't want to pressure her or anything with that, to be honest. It'd only be if she was 100% comfy. You guys don't, Numi, you guys don't have to feel obligated to go either. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm pressuring y'all all at all. I know everyone is tired from 2024 travels. So, Numi told them that if they weren't able to make it, it was okay. And I get, yes, she still should have been supportive of her friend. But taking to this one line in particular, I know everyone is tired from 2024 travels, so Cinder could have just said, I'm sorry, Ken. Travels had me tired. Tra- travels got me tired. We're feeling tired, so I'm sorry I can't make it. I kept putting off making a decision because my anxiety of performing versus the stress of letting down Numi. I should have made my choice sooner and messaged her myself to talk about it with her instead of Red. She never messaged me to ask about my decision either. maybe we would have been able to make something work for me instead of letting my fears get the better of me. Red and I were still going to the concert, even if I wasn't performing. Bao would end up filling in my spot in the show since show at the last minute being a much better friend than I was. GamerSup's V card and my collab with Shy Lily had nothing to do with my decision not to perform. Only about not going to the show later. My collab with Shy Lily was not scheduled at this time. No, absolutely no way was I trying to somehow sabotage Numi and her concert. January 16th, 2025. I finally made my part owner announcement on Twitter. Most of the focus since the new year was on making this announcement. I started with GamerSups in December of 2022, and I was offered the position in November 2024. This was a huge milestone and accomplishment for me. I was extremely proud to be representing them and was honored to have been given the role. This title, but with this title, I now felt like I had more responsibility. I felt pressured by no one other than myself to prove to GamerSups that they made the right choice by giving me this position. And the only example of another VTuber part owner was Shy Lily. She's been the GamerSups VTuber. I want to live up to what she's been in the eyes of the company and the VTuber community. The spearheaded V-Card represented them at the VTuber Awards, and she's synonymous with their brand. V-Card was the company's first massive drop of the year and planned to launch right after my announcement, before the game was delayed. I saw it as the perfect opportunity for me to really step up as a new part owner. There's obviously money to be made, but I was focused on making it the most of the launch weekend to show my passion and dedication for the company and their new project. I wanted I wanted to be there advertising the new game and representing GamerSups as best as I could. I thought the collab with Shy Lily would be a great way to do that together. The two VTuber part owners side by side while sharing something we both we were both we both were excited about. That's why I reached out to her about it in December. Cinder's GamerSups partial owner announcement. A super huge announcement. I'm officially a partial owner of GamerSups. They've been incredible partners to work with, and so honored to be given this opportunity. Thank you for making this possible. Drink Pyro Power. Drink Pyro Power. January 2020. January 22nd, 2025. In her song production server, Numi told us how her shows will affect her schedule around the song she was making for me. The conversation following this message was the last one in this chat before the concert. Below, Red talked about the release date for the song, but we pushed it back to my birthday sometime after this. Numi, Red, hey guys, just want to give you all on the nose that today is pretty much the last day I can make any real changes to anything for a bit. We're going to be in LA all day tomorrow and Saturday. And then I have my concert on Sunday, so I won't be around to make changes. We'll be back on Tuesday next week. Then me briefly. Tuesday next week, then me briefly before I fly to New York. If it would make it easier, we can send the guides for every version and let you record what you like best instead, so you'd have everything in front of you. I'll be back home on February 5th after my New York concert as well. The guys make changes and stuff by tonight. We'll probably have a little bit of time to fix stuff before we head to LA tomorrow morning, and maybe Blank can on Friday while I'm streaming, but otherwise it'd be quite difficult. Red. We've been arguing about lyric changes. We'll give you guys our thoughts tonight. Originally, we said we were planning for a Valentine's release, but given your crazy schedules lately, we're fine with releasing before the end of February. January 26, 2025. 4 days later, I checked in with Shy Lily about our V-Card collab so we can plan a time. I first asked to plan it the day after release on Saturday, just like the original plan was. I asked Shy Lily about 3 p.m. EST, but we settled on 1 p.m. EST, and I said we can, quote, go for however long you want. Wait a sec. The LA Cosmos. This is the 26th of January. But oh fuck. Why is my scrolling so slow? The New York concert will be February 1st. I was thinking they were playing. Well, yeah, they were planning to do that one. No, it's the center going to LA one. Okay. Cinder. Hey Lily, we're holding off on playing Lethal Company this week, but when I plan it, I'll make sure it's earlier for you. Are you free Saturday for the V card opening collab since the release got pushed back? Sure, Lily. I'm all good to go. Do you have a time? I'm at February 1st, 2025. 1 p.m. Does this time work? I don't know how early that is for you. Cinder. How late is Saturday? How late is Saturday, February 1st, 2025? 3 o'clock p.m.? For you? That's my night. Shy Lily. That's 9 p.m. my time. That works. Just can't go for too long. Like 2 hours max, I would say. Cinder. Oh, then I can do 1 p.m. I'm not sure how long it'll take us to bust open 5 boxes, Lamau. Shy Lily. Holy shit. 5 whole boxes? Lamau. Cinder. That's 1 p.m. for me, so I'll just go live early. We might have 1.5. One slash ones in there. One. Shy Lily. That's a crap load of boxes, Lamau. Might have 1/1s in there. Sure, Lily. That's a crap load of boxes, Lamau. I don't think we can go through that many. Cinder, whatever you're down for. Sure, Lily. I'm gonna have to see how many boxes I got. I gotta make sure I have a few for the release too, the release day too. Because I think I only have like 6 or so. Cinder. They sent me 5 for the release date, and then another 5. Shy Lily. Damn, maybe mine are still in transit? I don't know. I don't know when they sent those, but overseas shipping is paid. So if they were too late, there's a small chance they won't even make it in time. Because I think I only remember having 6. But I can check later. Cinder, no worries, but yeah, we can plan for 1 p.m. and go for however long you want. January 27th, 2025. January 28th, 2025. The next day, I told Red at the time of the collab, put in my schedule, but he told me that was the night. That was the night of Numi's concert. So, so Lily brought it up first, and Cinder asked how late that was. And then Cinder asked how late 3 was. Ah, strange. Very strange. Yeah, see? See, people? Lily brought up the date first, but at 1. Cinder changed it from 1 to 3. From 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And then Cinder said that they could do 1 o'clock. January 27th, 2025 to January 28th, 2025. The next day, I told Red the time of my collab, the time of the collab to put it in my schedule, but he told me that was the night of Numi's concert. All I've been thinking about was V-Card's launch at the end of the week, and I completely forgot about her show when I was messaging Shy Lily. The release was delayed by 2 weeks, and I made a mistake. I felt obligated to be run for Gamer Subs, and I didn't want to cancel Numi on Numi or Shy Lily, so Red scrambled to figure out how we were going to make this work. However, there wasn't a train to New York City that left late enough to stream and get to the concert in time. Red told me that he'd support whatever I decided, and ultimately, I chose my career over my friend's important event. I messaged Numi to tell her. Numi wouldn't be coming because of V Card and the responsibility I felt to be around for it. The way I saw it, it would have been like I was calling out of work during an important or busy weekend right after a big promotion to go on a friend's weekend birthday trip. I've always taken my job seriously, even before streaming. After becoming a part owner, I took that title seriously and put expectations on myself that not even the company did. The collab The collab with Shy Lily could have been rescheduled. There was no obligation for either of us to do it at that day. She takes fucking accountability. The collab with Shy Lily should have been rescheduled. There was no obligation for either of us to do that time or any other time or to do the collab together. It was my idea, and Shy Lily agreed to it. The only thing stopping me from rescheduling with her was the importance I put on being present for V-Card's launch weekend, and the pressure I put on myself in my new position. The collab itself wasn't the main reason I made my choice, and it's not as if I didn't want to go to the concert. Red telling me Numi said it was okay if we didn't go was also a factor in my decision. I'd come to find out that this was just Numi being Numi, and it really did mean a lot to her that we'd be there. Numi, you guys don't have to feel obligated to go either. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm pressuring y'all at all. I know everyone is tired from 2024 travels. My brain goblins told me Numi would have lots of friends, lots of our other friends there cheering her on, and that my presence wouldn't be missed if I wasn't. I never told this to her, either. On the 28th, before I heard from Numi, Red was able to find a train at a different station that could get us to the show in time and still do the collab with Shy Lily. It was scheduled a little earlier. I messaged Numi to tell her how we might actually be there, and Red messaged her later that night. Oh, so it didn't want her. So she did want it to me. So then I retract my statement. Right? Then I retract my previous statement. Yeah, I shouldn't be pulling fucking Smugglona. On the 28th, before I heard from Numi, Red was able to find a train at a different station that could get us to the show in time and still do the collab with Shy Lily. It was scheduled a little earlier. I messaged Numi to tell her we might actually be there, and Red messaged her later that night when we had a plan. We just needed to hear from her. He told her I was feeling guilty about my decision not to go in the first place. Cinder's messages to Numi. Cinder, hi Numi. I hope your concert went well. Well, yesterday I saw the pictures and it looked like it was bumping. I meant to message you sooner, but I didn't want to bum you out before your show. Red and I won't be able to come to your New York City show this weekend. I didn't expect V-Card's release date to get pushed back to your concert date, and I feel obligated to be around for the launch weekend as a Gamer Subs owner now. I really wanted to be there for you, but I know you're going to kill it. I'm sorry I love you so much and I miss you. Cinder, wait, I think I found a train that can leave. Even later. Wait, I think I found a train that can leave later. Red and I are trying to figure it out. When does your show? When does your show start? Red's messages to Numi. Red, what time does your show start? Saturday, Numi. And was there anything planned for Sunday? Red, so we're taking a late train to NYC, and we'll be able to get the venue right. Look, we'll be able to get to the venue right before the show starts. But I need to know when we should leave Sunday, and if you booked anything, so I can book a room. Cinder felt really guilty after she messaged you, so we're making this work to be there for you. January 28th, 2025 to January 29th, 2025. I asked Shy Lily if we could start a collab an hour earlier to have more time to stream together. Yeah. We could start our collab an hour earlier to have more time to stream together before I had to leave to make the train. I didn't tell Shy Lily about the concert. I just wanted everything to just work out. Cinder, does this time work for you on Saturday? 12 o'clock p.m. Shy Lily, that works. January 29th, 2025. I was up super late that night feeling so stressed and guilty about my choices around Numi and her concert and how disconnected I felt from a lot of my friends lately. Ren and I were always so focused on work and I never felt like I could take time off, even for the smallest things. I let down one of my best friends when I pulled out of her show, and even though I was still going now, I basically told her that I'd choose my job over being there for her. I'm not the type of person to make my feelings like this public very often, but I did. Cinder, I feel like I've been a letdown to a lot of friends lately. This year, I really wanted to do more with them and reach out to more people. Things have been so crazy in my life, but I'm trying my best. January 29th, 2025 to January 30th, 2025. Mimi responded to me, told me how she felt, and I apologized to her. I've never been able to open up about my feelings, anxieties, self-esteem, or insecurities, and I've never even tried to go to Numi and talk things out sooner. She was getting mixed signals from Ren and I wish I handled communicating with her better. Numi, hey Cinder, I want to apologize for my late reply. I was in the mountains for a few days after the concert and wanted to focus on spending time with friends that were here before really checking my messages. Just wanted to say I appreciate you trying to make the time to see the concert, and I understand. And you've been working hard and want to focus on your business, so I wouldn't hold it against you. You felt obligated to be there for V Card. What did disappoint me, though, was when I asked you about the concert months ago. You said yes, and you kept reassuring your commitment to the concert until last week. I understand every single anxiety and fear that comes with performing and going out of your comfort zone as well. So I completely felt your reasoning. I would never want to put you in a situation where you felt uncomfortable. What made me sad was that I had to hear it from Red and not from you all about your thoughts. Oh, for the love of God, why the fuck is my thing so slow? Well, you're texting me about being excited for the concert and off collabs, even when checking my messages. Is when I got home yesterday, Red was the one telling me about you feeling guilty, whereas you were telling me you felt obligated to be around for the launch of Gamer Subs. Messages between you both were completely different, and ultimately it felt as though I was being treated like a business partner, rather than a best friend. I truly understand all the reasoning, but it had me feeling frustrated and confused about whether or not you truly cared about how important this was. is to me, or how much Blank and I spent planning then your concert with you as a guest in our minds, and having a little real time to find a replacement. I didn't hear anything from you or any of your actual thoughts or fears. I I only heard about some feelings from Red, and I only heard about some feelings from Red. I want to apologize if I ever made you feel hesitant to share your. I want to apologize if I ever made you feel share if I ever made you feel hesitant to share your feelings, or I gave off the impression that I'd be anything more than empathetic towards the reasons I was given. But I truly hope in the future we can be more open to communicate our feelings so that the other feels less nervous or upset about things. I know you've never given me any reason to doubt the strength of our friendship until this year, so I hope want to trust want to trust you. I want so I hope want to trust and believe that it isn't as bad as I was imagining when I received the messages from Red. Hope that things can be okay and that I'll still be here to listen to you if you ever want to talk about it all more. Cinder. It's okay, Numi. I hope you had a good time with everyone after this past weekend. Really sorry for putting you in this situation and making you feel so frustrated about everything. I've been so stressed out with things going on in my life and career lately that I hadn't stopped for a second to consider how my actions were making you feel. I agree, Red shouldn't be the one telling you how I feel about things. You're my friend, and you deserve to hear how I'm feeling from me, since the planning of everything has been through you two. Communication about this whole thing was split from the start. It's just always been extremely hard for me to voice how I'm feeling with people in general, especially when I'm anxious about the situation and I don't want you to think it's because of you in any way. You don't need to be sorry because I know you've always been empathetic and understanding with everything. It's my fault I haven't been able to open my fuck. And it's my fault I haven't been able to be open about myself. I wanted to pull out of the show. I want to pull out of the show because I am deathly anxious about singing with a live microphone. At WeebCon last year, I was able to perform because I wasn't actually singing. My full tracks were playing over the speakers. I'm not confident in my singing skills at all, and being on stage with someone with a voice like you is a lot of pressure. Plus, the struggle to figure out how to get my cosplay there, then wear it to the venue, and back without anyone recognizing me was another stressor that just made me give up on trying to think it through and make it work. I know how important this show is to you, and I let you down when you needed me. I didn't realize my appearance was that big of a part of the concert. Now that I'm a part GamerSup's owner, I feel a lot of pressure to live up to what Lily is for them and into the community. My announcement didn't really make the splash I thought it would. VCard is probably their biggest job this year. For full transparency, I made plans to collab with Lily the day after VCard's launch day, which would have been the 18th, but because the launch was pushed back, the collab was pushed to this weekend. I didn't really know how to tell her. I didn't really know how to tell her no, so I planned it as early in the day as possible to be able to make the late train to NYC. We are coming to your show. The message I sent you the other day was a mistake. I shouldn't have thought to put product launch over my friend's once in a lifetime event. no matter the circumstances, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for that. I did feel super guilty after messaging you. I feel like I've just been digging deeper into the stress hole I'm in and letting a lot of friends down lately. I'm sorry I've been making you feel, well, more like a business partner than a friend. I don't want to make you feel like that again. Your friendship has meant so much to me these past few years, and I know I wouldn't be where I am without you. I don't know what the I don't know what the planning process is, or if it's even possible at this point. But I could try my best to perform our cover song together to make it up to you. I can ask Lily to reschedule our plans again to be out there, to be there sooner. I'm really sorry about all this, Numi. Numi, all I wanted, all I wanted, all I really wanted in all this was to hear how you felt. So I really appreciate you being open and honest with me despite everything. I was given it so many different reasons, and when you brought up, I was given so many different reasons, and when you brought up feeling obligated to be there for the V card, I think it really made me feel sad because you didn't acknowledge anything prior to that. I was, I was the first, I was the first I heard from you regarding the concert, and hearing you connect the reason of business, I felt like I meant less to you. As disappointing as it was, I truly just wanted to hear from you. So thank you again for opening up in the previous message. Red is a nice friend, and to me, Red is a nice friend to me, and I understand for a lot of business things, it's better to go through him, but this was just something very deep and personal to me, and it's something that you committed to with me when I asked you in person, so it meant a lot to hear from you in that respect. You can't read that. Confusing, but most of all, it left me confused with how you truly felt regarding it all. I hope from this, you can understand that I'm here for you too. We do different things, but we're both in the same space dealing with a lot of similar difficulties. I'm always I'll always be here to extend an ear or hand if you need. Come on, back up. I didn't tell her about my collab with Shy Lily until now because that wasn't the main reason behind the decision I made. And up until 2 days earlier, I was always coming to her concert. I didn't want her to get the impression I was choosing Shy Lily over her. I meant to message you sooner, but I didn't want to bum you out before your show. Ren and I won't be able to come to your NYC show this weekend. I didn't expect V-Card's release date to get pushed back to your concert's date, and I feel obligated to be around for the launch weekend as a GamerSupps owner now. I told Numi my part ownership announcement didn't make the splash I thought it would. But this was such a major and massive accomplishment to me, and I felt like a lot of people, including some of my closest friends, didn't notice or care. This made me put more pressure on myself to take the upcoming opportunity of VCard's launch weekend to do my best to prove to the company that I deserved the part ownership in the first place, leading to my decision not to go to Numi's concert. When I told Numi about it when I told Numi about it in my message, I said for full transparency, I said, quote, for full transparency, I made plans to collab with Lily the day after VCard's launch day, which would have been the 18th, but because the launch was pushed back, collab was pushed to this weekend. I didn't really know how to tell her no, so I planned it as early in the day as possible to be able to make it the late train to NYC. End quote. I thought I was clear by what I said that I was the one who made the plans, not Shy Lily. So when I said, quote, I didn't really know how to tell her no, end quote, I wasn't blaming Shy Lily for the collab I planned. But I understand how it could read that way. okay when I wrote my message. What I meant was I didn't really know how to tell her no. The collab isn't happening anymore, or I don't, or I didn't really know how to cancel on her. My intention was not to somehow avoid blame and pin everything on Shy Lily to quote save my ass, as she put it, as as if she was the entire reason I made the choices I did. When the rest of my message shows I accepted fault for my mistakes, and again, I didn't even mention Shy Lily originally. Saying I felt pressure to live up to what Shy Lily is for GamerSubs was not me blaming Shy Lily either. It was explaining myself. The bar Shy Lily set is what I wanted to reach for the company and community now that I had the same part owner position. I put this pressure on myself, and it's what led to me making the mistake of choosing business over my friend. I felt so bad that I was willing to try getting on stage with Numi for at least one song, to reschedule my collab with Shy Lily to be there sooner for her. I was willing to do anything to try to make this right. I never said the collab was something I couldn't miss. This is the continuation of Numi's full message. So I'll read it in full. Numi, all I really wanted in all this was to hear how you felt, so I really appreciate you being open and honest with me despite everything. I was given so many different reasons when you brought up feeling obligated to be there for V Card, and I think it really made me feel sad because you didn't acknowledge anything prior to that. I was the first I was the first I heard from you regarding the concert, and hearing you connect the reason to business, I feel like we meant less to you. As disappointing as it was, I truly just want to hear from you. So thank you again for opening up in the previous message. Red is a nice friend to me, and I understand for a lot of business things, it's better to go through him. This was just something very deep and personal to me, and something that you committed to with me. I asked you in person, so it meant a lot to hear from you in that respect. Different responses I get from both of you were confusing, but most of all, it left me confused how you truly felt regarding it all. I hope this I hope from this you can understand that I'm here for you too. We do different things, but we're both in the same space dealing with a lot of similar difficulties. I'll always be here to extend an ear or a hand if you need me, especially if it's relating to music. One of the reasons I kept asking you if you were sure about the show, aside from the prep aside from the prep for everything, was because I wanted to know if you were having any second thoughts, or if you needed to vent any frustrations or fears regarding performing. I've told you about this, but I had stage fright for years because of a traumatizing first experience. Now, I only gained confidence through VTubing and making music with Blank every single show. What I've done was either ruined or messy in some way, but I've still managed to push forward and get over a lot of my fears. When Red was telling me you're anxious, I wish you could have. Red was telling me you were anxious. I wish you could have brought it up with me sooner. It's scary opening up to people, especially after you told me how other friends were to you in the past. But I promise, I promise you, I would have been here to listen to you and hear about everything and reassure you that it'd be okay. After, if afterwards you still felt too scared, you could have figured it out and found a proper replacement without any stress from both our ends. I do want to add that pretty much everything went wrong for the LA concert. Blank got sick, so Bao stepped in and replaced him. and I had Blank pretend to play bass during the entire show to provide me support. I realized just how much more amazing things are when you're surrounded by the people you love. I could have easily just gave up, but I decided to be honest with myself and the fans. So, and somehow it was one of the greatest nights of my life. In the future, I want you to know that despite scuffs or fears, I promise I'd be here with you to help in any way should you decide to do something fun like this for yourself. Whether it's a musical performance or something fun like you did for WeebCon. I know you get what I mean when I say that performing is an art and there's so many things to do with things in a way that ensures you and your community will have an incredible time no matter what. That's why that's what I figured on out on Sunday. And like I said, I know you had a lot on your plate working with GamerSupps, special especially in the position you're in is hard. There's so many eyes on you and it's a completely new environment full of internal mm, different internal and external battles you need to face. Yet this concert means a lot to me, but so do you. I don't want to wring yourself dry over my concert when I know I can see you at Ren Fair or any convention, or trip we plan together. It's an important weekend for me, but it is for you too. Despite the fears I've had over our friendship, I've tried my best to silence any kind of demons I've had telling me the worst case scenario. I remember the person you were when we met, and I want to fully believe that you're still that person, and you know would be there for me and her friends and her community. And like I said, you don't have to do anything to make things up for me. I truly just wanted to hear your thoughts. It's okay. Thank you again, and I accept your apology. Cinder, would you rather me not come to the concert? I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I don't want to make you uncomfortable for your show. To be honest, I've been trying on and off. I've been crying on and off since our messages. I feel really anxious about being there after. Despite what Despite what I did, Numi accepted my apology. It took me almost 2 hours to say anything else because I broke down. All the stress I've been under and guilt what I've done hit me after reading Numi's message. This whole situation was a wake up call. All about the whole situation was a wake up call for me about how I've always bottled everything up and what my priorities should be. That I couldn't let something like this happen again. Now, I was anxious about seeing Inumi and knowing that I hurt her, and I didn't want to bring the mood down if she felt weird about seeing me in a few days. So overthinking this was not a way for me to manipulate my way to the situation. I messaged her again, and I collected myself a few hours later to figure out our plans. Cinder, would you rather me not come to the concert? I don't want to make you uncomfortable for your show. To be honest, I've been crying on and off since our messages earlier, and I feel really anxious about being there after hurting you. I'm just really upset about everything. Numi, of course I'd want to see you. I wouldn't be uncomfortable around you. I think I would have felt tense if you hadn't talked to me. You, but like I said, I just wanted to hear your apology. Please don't cry, Cinder. We all make mistakes. The most important thing to me is just communicating our feelings with each other, and it'll be okay. If you feel anxious about being there or feel like you just need space, that's okay with me. I just want you to be okay. Just want you to be okay. Everything regarding the show is completely fine, and I know I'll be able to pull off a fun show afterwards. Afterwards, we're gonna hang out and celebrate Blank's birthday too. Whatever you decide here, I'll be able to pull off. No, I'll be able to pull off a fun show. Afterwards, we're gonna hang out and celebrate Blank's birthday too. Whatever you decide is fine by me. I just want you to take the time you need and do whatever you feel is the most comfortable for you. I'm being 100% honest when I say all I wanted was to just hear things from you. I feel like a weight was lifted off my shoulders because I was worried. Cinder. Okay, I'll do my best to be there for you this weekend. I think I'd like to just talk more often, and you can message me about things instead of Red, so things don't get lost in communication between us, and we end up with another situation like this. I really appreciate you, Numi. And are there any plans for Sunday? We haven't booked the train or hotel yet. Numi. Yeah, we're gonna hang out and go to dinner for go to a dinner place for Blank's birthday. I added y'all just in case for dinner if you want to come. We'll be doing an off collab in the morning as well. Cinder. So should we plan to leave Monday? Which hotel is it? Numi. You're all leaving. We're all leaving Monday. One sec. Cinder. We asked Blank, and she said she's at Blank. It's the hotel. Fuck. February 1st, 2025. This is the conversation that Lily and I had the day of our collab. A concert. The first message from me was about a mistake that I explained in Shy Lily's section of this document. After our collab, I told her that I was going to Numi's concert for the first and only time.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Fuck off.
So, you guys, what we are doing.
Alright. I'm trying to do my best to get everyone on board with the cool things we do and with the information I have, especially now that I'm a partial owner like you. I'm super hyped about the future of VCard and all the cool things us and Gamer Subs can do together. How many boxes do you have for the collab tomorrow? Do you think we should change having a full set to we should change having full set to a VTuber's mascot basic card in either full art or ultra rare? So it's easier to score. No worries about replying to it earlier. It was a super busy day for both of us, Lamau. Also, heads up that I'll actually have to end around 1:30 p.m. So we'll have an hour and a half-ish, if that's okay. Yeah. And I got your ultra rare like 2 or 3 times. Shelley. Oh yeah, we should change the full set, perhaps. I opened 4 entire boxes today and only completed 2 VTubers. I don't know how many you opened and completed, but the chances seem pretty rough, Lamau. I opened 4 and I every time and compare and react and also cross off cards from the sheet. You barely make it through a box or 2. Also, you're cheating! I wish I had more ultra rares. I had a few, but like only 4 or maybe 12-ish that I got are friends I cared about. So many VTubers I don't know, Lamau. I was hoping to complete some more sets from friends instead. Okay. Only four or the maybe 12-ish that I got are friends I cared about. Huh. I was hoping to complete some more sets from friends instead. I reserved my first binder for VTuber friends only. The second is just gonna have extras and people I don't know so I can complete the collection. Cinder. I could be ready for 11:30 a.m., so 30 minutes earlier. I think we'd have time to go through at least 2 boxes. Yeah, I still haven't gotten a lot of friends, ultra rares, and I'm running out of boxes, Lamau. Shy Lily. Can do. Well, I can make sure I'm ready for that time if you want. Say, man. I got yours, blank, mine, and blank. The rest are dupes. For people I don't know. Cinder. I got you twice. Blank and myself. It took me $5 to find one of me, Lamau. Cinder. Do you want to send each other? Do you want to send each other our hand cams to have on each of our streams, or do you just want to tell chat to open both of ours, Lamau? Shy Lily. Lamau. No idea. No idea what's better, to be honest. I think we can share them and just use Vito Ninja, anyways. So it's already a shareable link. Cinder. Okay, I set my camera in Vito Ninja. The resolution is 3840 by 2160, and it needs to be flipped horizontally and vertically. Sure, Lily. Okay, give me a minute, and I'll be ready with a link. Sending link. Push that TV session link. Cinder. Thank you again, Lily. It's so much fun. I would have loved to yap more. I would have loved to yap more, and sorry if it felt like I left hella fast, Lamau, but I'm actually zooming to Numi's concert in NYC, keeping it private though. February 1st, 2025. Ren and I made it to the concert in time, and I was part of the off collab Numi did in the hotel room the following day. Numi and I wore a matching shirt together, and we spent the rest of the weekend there with friends. February 2nd, 2025. Thank you, Numi. Thank you, New York. Cinder. I loved it. Y'all sounded so good. We're gonna need even more shows after this. I was already planning to be at Numi's next concert in the US, if not both of them. I wasn't going to let Numi down again. These two shows happened at the end of July. I wasn't there for obvious reasons. March 22nd, March 21st, 2025 to March 22nd, 2025. Cinder, did you ever plan on a date for your Chicago concert, Numi? Numi, we've been on holds for all the venues in Austin and Chicago, so we're not solid on the date, but it looks like it's going to be either the last weekend of July or first weekend of August. Here we motherfucking go, bitches. Shy Lily. Shy Lily's reply to my apology for reference. Posted after my apology on April 27, 2025 at 6:41 p.m. EST. Shy Lily. The absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and gaslight is absolute insanity. The pain and mental torment you've caused to the ones closest and most supportive of you has been devastating, and I've never been so heartbroken and hurt so badly for my friends. You were the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting. Reading and hearing of how you've really viewed me behind my back, not just through screenshots of your man, but also your very own messages, while having to sit here and read through these bullshit lies makes me want to vomit. To claim that you didn't know a single thing and had zero awareness of what your man was up to when everyone who's shared even a single moment with you knows that you basically operate as the same person, sharing every waking moment while loving to jump at the slightest opportunity to turn it into your most slanderous self as soon as the opportunity was given, even when talking about your friends, is sickening. I've experienced your own actions without Red in a situation where in your own screenshotted words, you express a quote pressure to live up to what Lily is, and proceeded to throw one of your most loyal and supportive friends under the bus after months of continuous planning, just because you consistently chose business over friends, never feeling bad for failing them. Just her in the bag and compete with me for a VCAR collab that you rescheduled. To be on the exact date your friend needed you to keep an important promise. You actively lied about it to them. And instead blaming me for a collab you rescheduled, adding me to the pool of excuses to save your ass. When you realize you're being a bad friend, why blame me for choosing to miss an obligation you agreed to on one of the most important days in that friend's career? Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one-up the people who are the sole reason you even have these opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. You claim that it's just business. Well, in the business world, there has to be accountability, and all you've done is try to shove it away and admit to nothing. In your true narcissistic fashion, you're only feeling sorry about yourself and your own consequences, and you're trying to in your career and you're trying to salvage it. I'm sorry for everyone who looked to you as an inspiration. I'm especially sorry for your fans. Pyropops deserves better. Yeah, they deserve better. In the fact of not getting it made fun of and the fucking shit talked by your shrimpies and other people. And the other VTubers fans. Fuck. Yeah, the Pirate Pups deserve better, as in, you not getting shit talked, albeit not sending their best, but still being shit talked by your shrimpies, you never saying a fucking word about it, and neither are any of the others. None of you bitches saying, and oh, by the way, don't go saying, hey, to the Pirate Pups, or I've been seeing talk of Pirate Pups getting harassed. If you do that, I do not consider you one of my supporters. You could have just even fucking said that. But no, bitch. You said nothing. Shylily was a friend, but I've never been close with her. I wanted to get to know her better because of how close she was to my other friends. To my other friends. She's someone I've always looked up to. I saw her as a role model and as of this year, a potential business partner. I wanted to live up to who she's been for the VTuber community and gamer subs. Now that I held the same title, she was the only example of a VTuber in that position for me, and it set the bar for what a gamer subs part owner is and does. I've never been jealous of her or envious of what she had, and I didn't see her as my competition at any point. Since October of 2024, Shylily and I had been messaging back and forth every now and then in our DMs leading to our interactions. Before and during our VCard collab, you saw in the previous section, from the second half of March, she stopped replying to my messages. It's odd. Give me a sec. Just looking through some. Since October of 2024, Shylily and I had been messaging back and forth every now and then in our DMs leading up to our interactions before and during VCard. During our VCard collab, you saw it in the previous section, from the second half of March, she stopped replying to my messages. It's not odd to get busy and miss messages, and I was guilty of that all the time to too many people, but it was out of the ordinary and was going up for almost a whole month by the time I was cancelled. This was alongside her seemingly dodging collabs we were both a part of and off-putting reactions to me rating her. I became anxious about what was going on in March and April because I viewed her in such high regard. Shylily didn't have her own document about me and didn't say anything until after I did. But she was the first one Nano contacted about any of this and was involved the entire way through. Shylily pulled everyone together to organize, plan, write, and post the documents that ended in my cancellation, and her lie-filled reply to my apology was the final nail in my coffin. Her actions show she clearly had something against me, before Nano ever said anything to her. She couldn't take accountability and admit to it until I was already in the ground. What? She literally said she wanted her victim something is. Alright, is this the clever person? It didn't know much of it because it was just a bunch of hearsay. Some shit like that.
Fuck an apology. And one thing that struck me specifically is when she dedicated a section to me and someone else.
I just got you, bitch ass ad! Fuck off!
Struck me specifically is when she dedicated a section to me and someone else. First of all, okay, I am petty. I didn't even get a section for myself. I am going to be super petty. Not even a section for myself. For someone that is so upset for me not naming her full fucking government Twitch.tv name, for someone to just put me in a document as Lily when previously referring to me as the other GamerSupps owner. I don't even get a section for myself with my name properly fucking written. Come on, bro. Come on. Don't be such a hypocrite. You don't get to be upset at that shit and then put me there, throw me in there and be like, I'm so sorry, I had no knowledge of this. And that's when I got mad. Because no knowledge, my ass.
Yeah, shut up, bitch. Anyway. Shiley said she wanted her own section, so here it is. Show everything and explain. Also, explain everything I was experiencing with Shiley for a couple months leading up to what happened, since it's relevant to understand what Red told Nano in their messages. I won't be repeating things that included Shiley in the previous section about V-Card. In the section, we'll pick up right before the release of the game and my collab with her. Everything is in chronological order, and all dates and times are in EST. I've censored any private information or names of people who aren't directly involved. Screenshots that include messages that were in any of the documents that are highlighted with a red border. Screenshots that are directly taken from another document are highlighted in an orange border. Screenshots that include messages that weren't in any of the documents are highlighted in the red border. Screenshots that are directly or taken from another document are highlighted with an orange border. Dates and important messages with any screenshots are highlighted in yellow. Video timestamps are linked directly and highlighted in green. Quotes from my apology are highlighted in gray. Red's own comments on anything being presented are labeled and highlighted in blue. Holy shit, we got just add one more and we got a whole fucking rainbow. Okay. E-card launch information. Fuck. Okay. E-card launch information. I need to talk about this first, because I made a mistake and knew it upset Shiley, even if she couldn't admit it to me. January 26th, 2025. Red and I were planning my stream for V-Card's launch date and asked GamerSupps about Shiley's exclusive unboxing stream to make sure we weren't stepping on her toes. During my stream on the 31st, I didn't start doing anything V-Card related until 3 p.m. EST out of respect for her. Red then gave GamerSupps a list of questions I wrote down for him that my community had asked me about V-Card on one of my previous streams. Red. Hey guys, we're planning our V-Card launch stream. Is there any restrictions on how/when Cinder can start opening packs on Friday because of Lily's streams? Just want to make sure we're not stepping on any toes. Blank. Nope. 3 p.m. EST on launch day. The second the boxes come out, everyone good to go. Cinder. I think he meant because Lily's opening packs an hour before launch. We want to see if she's the only one who can do that. Red. Yeah, She said exclusive unboxing 1 hour before launch in her post. So checking with you guys if there was an agreement with her or not. I believe Lily will start that first. I believe Lily will start that first hour before launch, showing off the boxes, and binder and deck box and such, and then get into opening, and then get into opening them. Yes. Nothing will be purchasable on the site, however, until 3 p.m. EST. Also, I'm waiting for final numbers to update you this week. Blank. Cinder, is that with my code? Red. What? Some questions we had from our community. How much will a box cost? How many cards per pack? Packs per box? Is there a limit on how many a single customer can buy? After the first batch is sold out, how soon do we estimate there'll be a restock? $85? Jesus fuck! 10 cards plus 1 rule card per pack, 20 packs per box. Oh, then the 85 makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense. No limit. There will be first editions again, and the limited set will follow on the sellout. Honestly, no date set yet. A lot of it depends on how quickly this first ed set sells out. January 30th, 2025. Since the questions asked were stated to be from my community, and I wasn't told that this information was confidential and couldn't be shared, I assumed it was okay for me to tell my chat the answers to their questions. Tell my chat the answers to their questions on my stream. The stream was the day before the game's launch, and no info had been released on what was going on how things would work, or what things were priced at. The information I gave made it onto the GamerSupps or VCard subreddit and into Shy Lily's Discord server, both citing me specifically as the source. Right after my stream ended, GamerSupps sent me an updated info about the boxing price. Blank. Hey, a few updates. Nothing super for you. I just want to send the copy paste that everyone else got. The big change was that the booster box is going to be sold for $90, not $85. Okay, still reasonable. January 31st, 2025. This was the day the VCard launched. Shy Lily talked about how angry and annoyed she was about VCard info leaking early, including incorrect info. She claimed she didn't know who leaked information, saying, I guess people were just excited to be able to spread stuff before me. 354. No fucking way she was that angry. I mean, she did say she's petty, so.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
For the week.
Staring at my soul, Jesus. 4408.
Card thingy. Also, there are rumors that some information has made its way to the public without that information supposed to be being public.
Looking forward.
Fuck you mean information not supposed to be public? She was never told that. Like, I get it. Like, I get the whole don't assume because you'll make an ass out of you and me. But the thing is, they could have just added it, and hey, this info is confidential. Please don't share it with anyone. Because then she would have understood.
To collecting V cards.
Thank you. So save that for the V cards. That's important. Yeah. Any information that wasn't known up until sometime today-ish, today's time frame plus minus time zones, That was never supposed to be public. Also, half of that info is very. It's just.
It wasn't supposed to be public, yet she was never told it wasn't supposed to be public. They never specified.
Plain wrong.
To phone mount to?
The laptop mount that you clip a phone mount to. Oh, this. Yeah, it's a. So I clipped the phone mount. So this is I don't think it's a laptop mount. I guess you could maybe use it, but this is it's an iPad stand. And I just taped this phone mount. So you may or may not have gotten yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever those rumors started spreading. I don't know when. That info is, first of all, wrong.
Well, the only wrong thing about it was the price. So,
Second of all, it wasn't supposed to be public.
second of all, he didn't know.
And
She was never
yeah.
told.
Wow, player right there with the foot pedal wicked.
Hell yeah. So, what info? I heard from trusty sources that some info has been leaked on stream.
Lily, you're sitting
But
so
info is wrong.
ladylike.
Nice try. Once again, the only wrong info was this: the price. The stream was the day before the game's launch, and no info has been released on what was going on, how things would work, and what things are priced at. The information I gave made it onto the gamer subs or VCard subreddit to Shy Lily's Discord server, both citing me specifically as the source. Right after my stream ended, GamerSub sent me an updated info about the box pricing. Hey, a few updates, nothing super new for you. I just want to send the copy paste that everyone also got. Only big change is that the booster box is going to be sold for $90 and not $85. Unless this blank is the rest of the change, or there's some minor changes made, nothing's wrong.
Expected
Only
you
partial
and
truth.
man spreading like there is no tomorrow, Keck.
I mean, maybe tomorrow. Usually I sit like this. No, I don't. No, I don't. But usually I sit like this. Usually, either with my feet like this in the back, like my feet do this,
Wait, you
Or-
reach with your feet the ground.
like I have
How low at the
one
ground
foot
is your
on
table?
each side. How low is your Shut the fuck up. Like this. I sit like this. I have another sitting position, but I don't think I can show this one off. Too bad. Too bad, chat. Too bad. That one we can't show. No, apparently there were rumors that someone leaked some info that wasn't supposed to be leaked. And not only is that sad, but also the info is partially wrong.
God, it's like fucking beating a dead horse.
So the info was regarding prices, stock, versions, what else was there? Pre-orders, blah blah blah. A whole
As far as this says, the only thing that was wrong was the price. If there's stuff like stock and other things like that that were also changed, feel free to correct me.
bunch of that stuff. So if info isn't coming from official sources, don't trust it. Everything that people have been posting today-ish should be proper. That should be the right info. Anything that has been spoken about on stream before that is most likely wrong info. So don't trust those sources. Yeah. Is Cinder official sources? No, shouldn't be. Yeah.
What?
Is Cinder official sources? No, shouldn't be.
Cinder official sources? No, shouldn't be. Partial owner.
All info, unless she has posted something today, is
My
wrong.
word, Lily. I
and
can
shouldn't
see
have
your
been
wrists.
posted
How
or
scandalous.
talked about.
What would Nags and your mother think?
My mama likes my wrists. Fuck you, bitch.
An Enercare expert can find ways to make any home run smoothly, from heating and cooling.
Suck my dick.
She talked about today. She talked about today is probably right. Today, sometime today-ish, everyone should have gotten info regarding like what they can make public. Anything before today, if someone did something the day before that or
Evolution
whenever
will make people
is wrong,
lose toes
such
in
as
the far
pricing and
future
stuff.
too, by the way.
Shut up. That's so weird. I don't want to lose my toes. So I heard those rumors, especially regarding the price of the boxes. Whatever pricing that was falsely spread is wrong. So whoever talked about prices, first of all, shouldn't have talked about it. It wasn't their place to do so. And second of all, it was
I
wrong.
can't tell
So
where the shirt ends
that
and the
makes
hands
things really
begin.
awkward for me, because now everyone is up my ass since yesterday, being like, oh, Lily, and I'm like, I don't know any of these things, but now I have to sit here and correct everything and make things awkward. So
Unless you realize that at least after the stream or before it, you could have told Cinder, or yeah, hey, so this wasn't supposed to be public. Like, it seems kind of not cool for everyone else to know, except and her to not be told this shit, and then you pinning this on her. Not cool. The info I gave out the day before, I was wrong about the price by $5, which I was only updated about after my stream ended. The other thing I advertised that I assumed would be the case was wrong. What was wrong about was VCard being available 20 minutes early on the GamerSupps app. Okay. All their drops were consistently like this for a long time, but it was only on VCard's launch day did Red and I find out that this was discontinued. Everything else was correct, but I didn't know I wasn't supposed to say anything about it. Yeah. But the thing is, like you said, you weren't told this. Red. And will VCard be available 20 minutes early on the app? Or only at 3 p.m. everywhere? Blank. Everything will go live at 3 p.m. EST from my understanding. The 20 minute early on app is no longer something we do wide. Lily said that official sources were the only ones with correct info, meaning herself and the GamerSupps or VCard Twitter accounts, meaning herself and the GamerSupps or VCard Twitter accounts. When someone asked if I was an official source, she said no. I was a part owner now, and I didn't know whether there was a difference between me and the other official sources. I was given the information directly from the source, thought it was okay to make public, and thought I was doing the right thing by answering questions the community had. My motivation wasn't to be the first to share this info. The community didn't know what was going on just a day before the game launched. Instead of leaving them in the dark, I gave them answers to the questions I asked on their behalf. As a new part owner, people were looking to me for answers about VCard, and I thought I was doing the right thing by informing them. I was wrong to do so, and made a mistake. And I made sure to correct the info I had wrong about on my stream on launch day. That night, I messaged Shy Lily to apologize about what I did after what happened with Yumi 2 nights earlier. I was making an effort to be more open about things, Shy Lily avoiding saying I was the person who leaked info or admitting I was who she was mad at, was the only one who could have shared the incorrect price and was the one mistakenly advertising their early app pre-orders and their posts citing me as the source of all this leaked information. Shy Lily knew it was me, sounded pretty mad on stream at the leaker who was excited to be the one to spread stuff before her. Danced around it as if she was never mad at me. In the end, she praised me for having the balls to reach out to her about this. Cinder. Hi, Lily. I heard you were upset about some V-card information going out earlier, rather than you would have liked, and I think it was from me. A few days ago, I told GamerSubs that my community had questions about V-card, one of which being about prices. At the time, they told me a box was $85, and being an answer to a question I asked on behalf of my community, that made it seem like it was okay to share. I also only found out today that GamerSubs is discontinuing the app early access, while I guess under the assumption that V-Card wouldn't launch with the same access like other drops over the past year. So I want to apologize to you if I was the one to cause you stress and confusion to the community. As soon as I was given updated info at the start of my stream today, I made sure to correct my mistake from before, but I'm really happy that V-Card's launch did so well. I hope you can have fun together tomorrow if you're still down. Shillily. Aw, Cinder, don't worry. I had some annoying chatters tell me a bunch of info never released. And they were spreading stuff around in my Discord when I literally told them the day before that the info is not going to be available until launch. But they blew up my Discord claiming VTubers been claiming that stuff on stream. And then today I had a bunch of people in my chat upset that I changed the prices. Like, bro, get off my dick, Lamau. I didn't do shit. But yeah, it was during my day off and I didn't want to make a tweet or anything correcting his shit. Because that's low-key a bit weird. Like, making drama out of a potential misunderstanding, like in your case, Lamau. So I just mentioned on stream to not trust any sources that have been spreading info and only believe info I publish. That I publish GamerSubs, V-Cards, or any other direct source. I also doubt you're the only one talking about it. Plus, if you asked TG on behalf of chat and no one told you it wasn't supposed to be public, then that's not the. Are you getting mad at her? Dead ass! Why the fuck are you getting mad at her? When you're in chat saying, if you ask Gigi on behalf of chat and no one told you it wasn't supposed to be public, then that's on them. Like, what the actual fuck, Lily? They should have clarified that to you. Literally nothing you could have done about that. So then you have no right to fucking get mad at her for that. On stream. Saying, oh, don't trust... is it your official source? No. Like, fuck you! This part was a little weird on stream, though, because today a lot of info has indeed been made public, and a bunch of people have been making posts and stuff about V-Card and any additional info. So I hope no one caught strays, Lamau. Also, hold up. Yours and blank are the only completed pages after 4 boxes. Also, of course, I'm still down to pull together tomorrow, Lamau. Only reason I haven't reacted to the sheet yet is because I saw it as I was going to go live, and it was already behind because I'm a master procrastinator. Bring it on. And did not get shit done until after I was supposed to be on. Oh, and by the way, huge fucking respect to reach out about the info leak stuff. That takes a lot of balls, Lamau. Could have just kept it to yourself after all, Cinder. I appreciate that. And I just want to clear things up with you so there wasn't any weird feelings between us. I completely understand how annoying people can be when plans change and they start pointing fingers at us. Yes, and now I know V-Card has been your project, so I see why you'd be frustrated. See, people say, "Sure, Lily, just being a good friend." Go off with that bullshit. Like, that's actual bullshit. She shouldn't have said, "Is Cinder is a partial owner? Is Cinder an official source?" No. Oh, but the other partial owner is. Like, if she said to only trust V-Card, the V-Card or GamerSub's Twitter account, I've been like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. But no, you're a partial owner too, if I'm not mistaken. From what I remember in Wickstock, so that her along with Lily were partial owners. Cinder, I appreciate that. I just wanted to clear things up with you so there wasn't any weird feelings between us, and completely understand how annoying people can be when plans change and they start pointing fingers at us. And I know V-Card has been your project. Oh, talking about Gamerset. Talking about V-Card. V-Card is from Gamersub, so... Oh. Retracting of statement. I'm trying to do my... Retracting previous angry rant. I'm trying to do my best to get everyone on board with the cool things we do with the information I have, especially now that I'm a partial owner like you. I'm super hyped about the future of V-Card and all the things us and Gamersubs can do together. February 16th, 2025. In another conversation with Gamersubs a couple weeks later, we asked them to clarify to us what is said and what is and isn't able to be shared publicly going forward. After what happened during V-Card's launch, I was told that there was not really a certain source the launch info was supposed to come from. Red. Certain sources, blank. Just a big fucking blank. Blank. Fully understood. Very sorry for that. It was my fault. There was not really a certain source, but when I gave the info here for launch, it was at that time correct. I believe hours before launch we changed things last minute. I should have updated that right away here. I will also be absolutely sure to say what is public and what is not moving forward. February 5th, 2025. The very last collab I had with Shy Lily was a few days after our V-Card collab. And oh god, it was a Mario Party stream. Sweet Jesus. The one and only friendship ender. March 3rd, 2025. This was the first time either of us messaged each other since our V-Card collab on February 1st. I asked Shy Lily if she wanted to play Split Fiction with me. It was a long game that we would have been able to bond over while getting to know each other better. She told me she passed on the game, and that was fine. Then I asked Numi, who was unavailable. She told me that Yuzu was interested, and I happily played through the game with her. Cinder. Hey, Lily. Would you want to play this together this Thursday? And maybe Friday? I'm not sure how long the game will be, Lamau. It comes out Thursday. It's the next game from the It Takes Two devs. Oh, they made the Split Fiction? Oh. Shy Lily. Sorry, I'm gonna have to pass. Oh, new season dropping Wednesday. And I'm gonna take an extra day off and just blast WoW with my friends. WoW new season dropping Wednesday, and I'm gonna take a day off just to play, just blast WoW with my friends. Cinder, no problem, Lily. I hope you have fun. March 11th, 2025. The last time Shy Lily and I spoke was when she reached out to me about disconnecting problems she was having with OBS and trying to fix my own disconnecting problems. Trying to fix my own disconnecting problems or what made me move back in with my parents before this conversation. Shy Lily. Cinder, chat told me Failed to connect, could not access the specified channel or stream key. Please double check your stream key. If it is corrected, there may be a problem connecting to the server. You've had this specific issue as well and managed to fix it after it tortured you endlessly. Are they just yapping, or you actually have a cure? Cinder. Well, I had a disconnecting problem with my OBS for so long, but I was only getting this pop-up within the past month or two. I'm not sure what exactly fixed it, but there was two things I did before it stopped happening. One was to uncheck the browser source hardware acceleration box in OBS's settings, and the other, I had to repair some of my System32 files in command prompt. But I have no idea how I did that because it's just followed directions. Because I just followed directions on some forum. I don't know which one was the actual solution, but I haven't been having problems for over a week now. So Lily, only a week? I thought you fixed your issues a while ago. Cinder, I wish. Shy Lily, false alarm, I guess. Praying that this time is actually fixed. Thanks for trying to help, Pookie. I'm gonna try to bother Mythic. Cinder, if you don't have any more problems with it, it was going on for like 6 months for me. Shy Lily, dude, I could never. It's pain. It happened out of nowhere. It changed nothing. Now I can't stream for 5 minutes. Cinder, yep. Shy Lily, fucking hate my life. Kill me. Cinder, every day. Shy Lily, such a mood queen. After this, there were 2 different repo collabs Shy Lily and I were both supposed to be a part of. This was when I thought things started to change between me and Shy Lily. March 21st, 2025. This was the first repo collab. It was originally going to be on the 15th, but was rescheduled to the 21st. Shy Lily was supposed to be there, but she decided to cancel last minute due to a Bikini Bottoms collab she had going on that day. I understood it just like everyone else, and this wasn't a problem to me. Just in case there's something marked as a started at a specific timestamp. Fuck AI.
I'd like to hear about your Ratchoto.
Nope. March 27th, 2025. The second collab never happened. It was being planned in a group chat. Shy Lily was added to the chat, but apparently couldn't make it shortly after. She never messaged in this chat directly before she was removed. These are all the messages here, and it never went anywhere after this. Repo Club with blank, 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 and blank. Blank added Cinder to the group. Blank added blank to the group. Blank changed the name to Repo with blank. 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 I will set a day up for us here in a bit. We'll be modded. Blank. Oop, Lily can't make it. Blank removed Lily. From then it... these are the rest of my DMs with the Shy Lily. Below, I'll explain them and other events that were happening in between. Cinder, do you want to play the V-Card Sim together sometime soon? Missed you during the Repo Club last week. Hope you're doing well, Lily. Cinder, or I found this cute co-op Souls like slime game. It looks like there's a water and fire slime you can play as. Slime Heroes. Only $30. Idea. Cinder, have a good stream, Lily. Bumping this in case you missed it. Cinder. It's just 5 days before the block. Hey, Lily, is everything okay? I know I've been told you aren't the best with messages, and I get with both things all the time. I feel like I've upset you in some way and want to ask you directly. So she tried to reach out to and solve it privately. March 28th, 2025. A message to Shy Lily the day after the above collab chat happened. When the new V-Card rules were announced and the tabletop sim version was revealed. I would have thought she'd love the idea of playing together to interest and show off the new rules of her game. It generated hype and renewed interest in V-Card after lots of people were dissatisfied with the first edition's game mechanics. It was an idea motivated by the business implications of it. It was something to do together as friends that I thought we'd be both excited about. It would have benefited us both, the entire brand. Cinder, do you want to play the V-Card sim together sometime soon? I missed you during the repo collab last week. Hope you're doing well, Lily. March 30th, 2025. The 6 hour 52 minutes 52 seconds mark. I rated Shy Lily.
Die! Die! Oh, hello? Ignore what you just saw! Okay. Ooh! Oh my goodness! Hello! Oh! Hello, Raiders! Hello! I am playing, Berserker. It's called The Last Berserker? Berserker. Hello! Oh! Hello, Raiders! Hello! I am playing, Berserker. It's called The Last Berserker? Kazan? We were sponsored, but the game was really fun, so I just kept...
Okay, that I don't really see anything wrong with. Shy Lily agreed the raiders and didn't say hi to me or thank me for the raid. I didn't see it when it happened, but if you were to watch for another 5 minutes, she basically said she moved on with her stream. You'd see then that she did quickly thank me for the raid. And she was able to greet my raiders the first time. Yeah. So 5 minutes. For another 5 minutes, so.
Dry, color, digitize, and moisturize with Sustain Complete.
The wild is calling, and it's time to get out there with Blue Wilderness.
Die! Die! Oh, hello? It's like, it tends to be faster paced. It has the game encourages, but luckily, there's also a skill tree where you can spec into stuff, and you can always respec whenever the fuck you want. Like, it's really cool. But can you dual wield a spear, bro? I would kill to dual wield a spear. Okay, let's go to the boss. Or, I mean, yeah, it's quite obvious there's a boss. So, good timing. Nice timing. It's boss time. Thank you so much, Cinder, for the raid. Thank you, Power.
So she did thank Cinder for the raid. Alright. She was able to greet my raiders. When the raid first happened, then she also said hi and thanked me then. I wasn't upset about this, since it was just one raid. Nano's document had a link to the exact timestamp this raid happened in Shy Lily's defense. Quoting, with me, that somehow justified their actions. They imply Lily ignored Cinder when she spent over a minute thanking which you can see in this clip. Well, she said she said hi, raiders. Only 5 minutes after did she finally thank Cinder. Now, before any of you get the wrong idea, I am nowhere near implying that people that you're entitled to immediately recognize who it is and to thank them immediately. Nowhere near am I implying that you're entitled to immediately thank who it is. You can either You just simply say hi, or just not even acknowledge it. It's your choice. April 7th, 2025. A week later, I still hadn't heard from Shy Lily. I messaged her again about playing a different game together. I wanted to hang out since she hadn't been able to make the past 2 collabs that we were both supposed to be a part of, and she didn't like my idea about V-Card. She turned me down when I asked about Split Fiction a month earlier, so it's not like she hadn't done that before or couldn't have done that again. Cinder. On April 7th. Or I found this cute co-op Souls-like slime game. It looks like there's a fire and water slime we can play as. April 11th. I rated Shy Lily again at the 5-hour, 49-minute, 28-second mark.
I'm actually not so excited to hang out tomorrow, cause like, you know how it is. Stuff just happens, and now I'm busy. But you know, if you bagged me, I guess I could maybe move things around. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, hello, Pyro Poppers! Hi! How you doing? We're playing some Honkai Star Rail. We had a sponsor earlier. Oh, we do. No, we don't have a sponsor anymore. It's been like an hour since. I'm catching up in Honkai. It's really cool. I got the dragon lady. Hello, Pyro Poppers. What'd you guys do? Look at Pops. I wish I had more time to play. Like, there's too many games I love deeply. I don't have time to play them all. I'm constantly in a loop of catching up with stuff. Non-stop. There's too many gotchas, man. Too many gotchas. A game called Look Outside. Oh, Chad was suggesting to play that.
Shy Lily didn't say hi or thank me for the raid like you'd expect your friend to do, or any streamer to do. She said hi to my raiders, but didn't thank them either. She goes on to read one of my chat messages, but this was the second time Lily had an off-putting reaction to me sending my community to her in the past couple weeks. Coupled with removing herself from collabs I was a part of and ghosting my messages, this more recent raid was not linked in Daniel's document. I decided to DM her and to bump what I sent before. After still not hearing from her, I was convinced I had done something wrong. Cinder. Have a good stream, Lily. I'm bumping this just in case you missed it. I wasn't expecting an over-the-top reaction from Shy Lily, just because I raided and just a hello and a thanks for the raid like any other streamer would do. Especially from someone who was a friend in the past, Silvervale. Just a hello and thanks the raid like any other streamer would do, especially from someone who was a friend. In the past, Silvervale, who Red and I had a problem with, me purposely used to say my name when I raided her. Like again, she's not entitled to acknowledge you. She continually ghosted my messages and got a bottle from Nano at a suspicious time, among other things, which will all be shown in her section. These specific experiences with someone else who knew didn't like me, further led both Red and I to believe that Shy Lily had a problem with me for some reason. Red. Cinder's rated Silver multiple times, and she's the only one that Silver won't say her name. I wouldn't have thought the individual things I experienced with Shy Lily were pointing out to a greater problem if they weren't all happening over the same weeks. Now, let me just check if this was info already labeled, or info already made known. Oh boy. Scrolling time! Whoa. Yes. Work with me? Okay, thank you. So this was April 11th. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bingo. Oh. So yeah, this is info already made known. Once again, info already known. Yeah. This is... different. Wait. Oh, I stayed informed. Never mind. Known. Already known. Oh, sweet Jesus. Wait. This wasn't known. Alright. New info! April 15th, 2025. I still hadn't heard from Miss Shy Lily, so I tried messaging Bosca about my previous DMs to her. Cinder. Hey Bosca, have you been well? Can you bump Lily for me? I sent her a couple messages about hanging out sometime, but I'm not sure she's seen them, Lamau. Bosca. Yo. I'll continue the combo for planning things in the group chat. So side note, Lily rarely uses Discord, only really uses it for business meetings and stuff. Cinder. Thank you, Bosca. You were messaging kind of frequently a month or two ago. That's why I asked, but it's no worries. Bosca told me Shy Lily rarely uses Discord and only uses it and only really uses it for business meetings and stuff, which was weird because until these past few weeks, I didn't have any problem getting a hold of her in our DMs. I hadn't had to message Bosca to get to Shy Lily since before October 2024. This was out of the ordinary by now. The messages below were the same day in the group chat with us and Shy Lily. I was fine with not doing anything together, but I just wanted to hear from her since I had no idea if something was wrong. Nothing else was ever said in this chat. Bosca. Yo. Usually groups to schedule Lily's thing so I can put it all in her schedule. To mention, she's very occupied in the coming months since she'll be traveling around to Blank and will be hanging a while with Blank. Cinder. Thank you, Bosca. I'm free to play at any time. I had mentioned playing the tabletop sim version V-card together, or a cute co-op Slime Souls. Like, it's okay if she's not interested in either. Loska told me Shy Lily would be very preoccupied in the coming months because of a trip somewhere, implying I shouldn't expect to plan something. April 21st, 2025. This was my last message to Lily, to Shy Lily, 5 days before anyone posted their documents. I tried to talk to her about whatever was going on and clear things up between us. Shy Lily never responded, even after praising me in the past for having the balls to reach out to her. Cinder. Hey, Lily, is everything okay? I know I've been told that you aren't the best with messages. Like it. We're both super busy with things all the time, but I feel like upset you in some way and want to ask you directly. So she tried to reach out to resolve it privately, but she fucking wouldn't respond? What the fuck? How far have I made it? 1, 2, okay. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With her. Privately. And if things ended up burning down horribly, then release the documents. And if things couldn't be resolved, then release the documents. Not this bullshit of she tries to reach out to resolve everything privately, only for you to fucking ghost her ass. Instead, it try to meet her at the halfway point and try to resolve it privately. But if you fail to resolve it privately, then you can do whatever you want with the documents. Because this is fucking pathetic. So with that, the reason why I'm not continuing on to the breakdown, it's longer than fucking Nanolis' segment. So, tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up bright and early for this tomorrow to cover the breakdown. With that, see you guys next time.